So I think one of the hardest things when it comes to trusting God is we have an enemy that has tricked us. And many times he's tricked us into thinking the things that happen in this fallen world, we need to blame on God and we can't trust God. But really, the truth is that he comes to steal and deceive us and trick us and take everything away from us. And one of the things he especially loves to take away from us is the ability to trust God. And I think knowing who our God is one of the very first steps. So we all know that we have lived in this world and we have beliefs that have been automated and they're there to conserve energy, and they were going to be greatly automated to know all of God's love and all of his nature when we were spending time with him. But now that we're separated and we have to believe these things in faith and not seeing them, and then also knowing we're in a fallen world where we have an enemy that wants to trick us and take away all the things that God says are ours. So my first big belief is in knowing who our God is. And one of the things that I learned, not that long ago, but it actually elevated my trust in God, was when someone explained God as being the most kind and loving person they know. Now, even though I don't know about calling him a person, but for some reason that really we can believe this in the person of Christ. And so I thought that was one thing, like, who is God? And I want to know who he is better. And when we know who he is and understand the schemes of the enemy and believe in from scripture what his identity is, it becomes way easier to separate those things. And when you separate knowing God's identity and knowing our enemy's identity, it becomes way easier to trust him. So then it goes on in the scripture saying, lean not on your own understanding. Well, this is really good to know, right?